not right behind the director.
I'd just like to take a moment to recognize the 8 finalists for the solo competition. And I'd like to begin, you just heard a beautiful performance from Ashley, our winner, but I'd like to begin with another player who the faculty awarded an honorable mention award for their excellent performance, and that is Aaron Piper from Marion High School on trombone. Could you stand up? You can remain standing, and as I call their names, I think it's best to give applause for every student as I call their name. And so they'll just stand, and if you could remain standing when I call your name, that would be terrific. From Spencer High School on saxophone, Braxton Nightingale. A flutist from City High School in Iowa City, Janie Owens. Another outstanding horn player from Cedar Falls High School, Rose Stuber. And I'm also going to ask Ashley to stand one more time. And then we have another trombone player from Sioux City East, Nicholas Sawyer. And then we have 2 percussionists. They're way back in the back, so they'll kind of step out and maybe signal to you when I call their names. From Clinton High School, Elena Brish. And from South Hamilton High School, Carissa Flores. This is our wind orchestra. This is our final band of the afternoon and our final performance. So we hope that changing the schedule has helped you to get on the highway earlier than usual. And once again, I just wanted to say thank you to the band directors, parents, students, administrators, and everyone who helped to make this possible. We generally start planning this event, well, Monday. We'll start planning the 2026 event, and a lot of planning happens over the summer. So we're really appreciative of everyone for trying to make this happen despite some weather. And the interesting thing about these band directors and these students is someone could have easily just thrown their hands up and gone, you know what, this is too complicated, I'm just going to stay home because it's easy. But these are people that persevere through everything. They persevere through budget cuts, they persevere through weather, they persevere through many, many different things, all to make music happen for these young people. And you can really tell the care that these band directors have for the students. And you can tell what kind of people the students are. They're part of a really rich community of bands in their home school, and then they're able to fit in with a temporary community here, people that they'll only play with for 2 or 3 days, and they have this magnificent sound. So we're really just quite appreciative of everyone for being such great partners with us in this festival. We have a number of people on campus who work to make this festival possible, and I appreciate all of their help, just countless hours of work to try to make a special event for these young students. And for anyone that is interested in this university or who's on our campus for the first time, I'll just tell you I've worked here for 18 years, and I'm just so grateful to be at a place where the faculty cares about the student as an individual. And so when you come to a university concert and you hear our orchestra or our wind ensemble, symphonic band, or a choir, that faculty member in front of them cares about the ensemble, but mostly they care about each individual person. And that's the way all of our faculty are, as they try to support the student as an individual. And I'm really, really grateful to be a part of this faculty, and would be happy to share about the UNI experience with you if you were searching for a college home. And so now I'd like to introduce the conductor for our wind orchestra. He conducts a number of bands in France. He's originally from Argentina, now lives in France. Most notably, he conducts the band at the Strasbourg Conservatory. And Strasbourg is on the eastern side of France, right on the border or near the border of Switzerland and Germany. So 3 countries kind of meeting in this general area, and his band there is absolutely stellar. He's also the president of WASBE, which stands for World Association of Symphonic Bands and Ensembles. It's an international organization, and as president of that group, he's done absolutely tremendous work to bring conductors and band musicians together from all over the world. We're really lucky to have him here. Would you please help me to welcome Miguel Etchegoncelay.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm thrilled and honored to be part of this magnificent festival. We're going to start the concert with a piece I believed in second place in your program. It is called Fumon, Wind Ripple, by Japanese composer Hiroshi Oshina. This piece was composed for the All Japanese Band Competition in 1986. It has become since then a staple of the repertoire in Japan, and not only. Oshina made a new version of it in 1999, and this version we want to perform tonight. Not tonight, now it's afternoon. Yeah. So, Fumon, Wind Ripple by Hiroshi Oshina. Thank you very much. I said before, it's been a thrill for me and a challenge too, because my French and English was not so easy at the beginning. We have this little cultural barrier, And we got to know each other better. And I think I convinced them when I promised a tour to Paris. They were all happy about it. And it's gone very well, so maybe I will have to do this promise and take them to Paris. The condition was we had to play nicely, but it's gone very well. So the next piece is an absolute classical piece of the repertoire by French composer Camille Saint-Saëns. I think you heard this name before. He wrote some couple of pieces for band, but not so many, and this one is the most well-known. It's called Orient et Occident. It's also French, difficult to say in French. It's Eastern music and Western music coming together for peace and friendship. It's a magnificent work written in 1869, original for piano for hands, and then he himself wrote the piece for wind ensemble, and he called it a Grande Marche Symphonique. So, Grande March, Symphonic March, which is it's not a march, but it's kind of an overture in three parts. I think you'll like it. And the greatest challenge for us was to approach the classical style. And we discussed a lot with them during the rehearsals, what classical means and how I can cope with it, how can approach this way of playing, way of thinking, and way of sounding. It was not so easy, but I think we're doing a great job. So after Paris, we're going to Rome. Orient et Occident by Camille Saint-Saëns. Wonderful piece from Switzerland. Oliver Westby is maybe today the most important Swiss composer for wind band. He has written a lot of works for the higher level, university level, but some works are pedagogical, interesting, and adapted for a high school band, like this one. It is called Caledonia. Caledonia is the Latin expression for what we call Scotland, and we use Caledonia for poetry or for the memories of what it was. And he just resumed with three folk songs, and he wrote this magnificent rhapsody without interruption in 3 sections. So before we play Caledonia and we say goodbye to you, I would like to thank deeply my dear fellow colleagues, conductors, Nora, Tycast, and James Thompson. Is that right? Yeah. Nora and James, it's been a thrill. Thank you very much. And to the University of Northern Iowa, and to Justin Mertz, Dr. Mertz, and of course my dear friend, Dr. Danny Gallian. And thanks to you, dear students, it was a thrill, and I learned a lot of things from you. Hopefully you learned from me something too. So drive safely, and maybe we'll see each other again. The wind music world is small, and we might cross paths again. Thank you very much, Caledonia.